Hey, what's going on, vets? Markel here, back with another video. So today I got a question from a vet who is a disabled vet, did 2 tours in Iraq or Afghanistan, can't remember which one. Has 2 kids and wife is currently pregnant. He says they're homeless and they're looking for help in Ohio. Okay, a couple things about that comment that was left. Number one, normally vets who are service connected will put what their service connection is. So I'm going to assume you have no service connection, okay? Either because you didn't apply or you just didn't want to bother with it at the time. Well, now you need help and you're asking me, what can you do? What kind of resources do you have? Do I know of? Where can you go? Okay, so I want to answer this the same way I answered it in the comment section, all right? Which is this. If you are service connected, okay, go to whatever clinic or hospital you've been going to and ask for the social worker. This is one of the major differences between when you're in the country and outside the country. When you're going to a real VA, they have a social worker there who has plenty of resources. I've talked about this before, okay? Once you go to the clinic, you talk to your social worker should be able to immediately help you with whatever resource you need, whether it's a temporary place to stay, especially for families, because they don't want families in the street, or you needed food right away. They usually give you a voucher so you can go to the cafeteria and get something to eat, or you may need cash assistance if you're about to be evicted, and they normally have resources, whether it's churches or organizations, that can help you out that way as well. If you're not service connected, okay, saying that you never applied, you didn't do any of that, and you're looking for help, as long as you don't have a dishonorable discharge, you should go still to the hospital, go to intake and apply for your benefits, all right? Why do I say go to the hospital? Because the social worker is still there. Once you put in your application and you apply, you then immediately ask for a social worker, okay? As long as you don't have a dishonorable discharge, they're gonna go to work trying to help you right away, unless the process has changed from the last time when I was there, because that's normally how they did it. If you went and you never applied, as long as you have honorable or other than dishonorable, you should be fine. Now, if you have a dishonorable discharge, I did a video on how you need to go about correcting that, all right? And I'll put a link to that video down below in the comment section, all right? But that is the process. And I want to harp a little bit on this, man, because those of you who are still talking about going abroad, or those of you who are abroad, and you're allowing people to tell you about VAs when they're clearly not VAs. This is what I'm referring to. When you have an issue in these countries where there is no Department of Veterans Affairs, I don't care what they call themselves, they don't have resources or a social worker to help you. So in the event of something happening, your apartment burns down, you lose everything, you had cash instead of having money in the bank, now you got nothing, you're in a foreign country, where can you go to get help? Well, as a foreigner, they're not gonna help you in a lot of these countries that you're in because they don't have a system set up for that. So if they do, they're gonna put you in their homeless shelter, in which you're really not gonna wanna go to that kind of situation. But in the States, you could immediately get assistance. That's the biggest difference I want to drive home in this video is you have a social safety net in the United States. In these countries, you do not. You have no social safety net, none whatsoever, okay? Whenever I tell people, you are your financial backer, you are it. You're the one that has to provide for yourself, okay? And make sure you have extra money in case something goes wrong. You got money to take care of whatever it is. And in a lot of cases, a lot of these people do not have an emergency stash. So always know that and be prepared for that. But back to this, so I can end this video with this, all right? Depending on your situation, ladies and gentlemen, those of you out there and you're looking for help, if you have not applied for benefits, all right, that's the first thing you need to do is apply for benefits. Once you apply for benefit, that opens up all kinds of avenues for different ways for the Department of Veterans Affairs to set you up, whether it be with housing, a job, or anything else. You have to apply for benefits. If you have not applied for your benefits, and you're asking me a question about getting relief or getting help, there ain't much I can do for you if you haven't even applied. All right. Normally, they're not going to even talk to you if you haven't even applied. They'll ask you to apply, and then they may set you up an appointment right away for whatever you're saying is wrong with you. Or they may set you up with a series of appointments, okay? Once they determine your service record, they see how much time you have in, what you did, everything that was going on with you. Okay, cool. We can help you right away. But if you have not applied and you're asking for help, that's where you got to start. And then immediately go to your social worker. Everyone has a social worker. Okay, for those of you in the States, not to abuse this, but if you find yourself in a situation where you screwed up, you went to the casino, you spent too much money, you got drunk one night and you got robbed, your house burned up, or money was in your car, it caught on fire, whatever incident happened, okay, you have that social safety net that you can always go to. All right, for those of you on Social Security, if you find yourself in a predicament where you're about to be homeless, you can't keep up with your rent for whatever reason, you had an emergency situation come up and you had to spend a lot of money and you're short this month on rent, there are Social Security offices where you can go get an advance on your Social Security in the States. Okay, I don't know about U.S. territory. I've never dealt with that in U.S. territory, but I know in the States, Social Security has offices where they can cut you a check that same day, but you have to be able to prove that you're in a situation. For example, eviction notice, or a notice that if you don't pay, X amount, we're going to do this or we're going to do that. You need proof. You can't just walk in the Social Security office and say, hey, I need an advance on next month's check, and they just cut you a check. No, there needs to be a reason why. So with that being said, guys, hopefully this information helps you guys out. And until the next time, guys, I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Stand together. It's our people.